Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, so in 2023, so far we've done a bunch of the showcase of the independents, profiling a lot of the independent companies out there. We are profiling one of the biggest companies out there right now, AEW, All Elite Wrestling. And when I call it one of the biggest companies, I know WWE's been around forever, and New Japan Pro Wrestling's been around forever. AEW's been around since 2019, but in 2022, they put on 1,494 matches, 1,067 men's, 417 women, and 10 intergender. That was the most of any company in 2022. I know ratings-wise, they're not to the level of WWE. I understand that. But I just put a button in there. I mean, they're getting about a little less than $1 million per show on Dynamite, and then Rampage is what, 3,000-4,000. I mean, quality-wise, I'm an AEW fan. Have been since day one. I watch every match in the company history. You can check out the best of the anniversary show of AEW, the best matches in the history of the company. I would definitely put a link above so you can take a look at that as well. But yeah, I'm a big AEW fan. AEW World Heavyweight Champion MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Freeman. The AEW TNT Champion Darby Allin. The AEW World Tag Team Champions, The Acclaim, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster. The AEW World Trios Champions, Death Triangle, Pac. Penta El Zero Miedo, Rey Fenix. The AEW Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter. The AEW All-Atlantic Champion, Orange Cassidy. We also know that the FTW Championship sometimes gets defended by Hook. It is not an official AEW champion. The FTW champion is something that Taz created a long time ago and brought it back for some stupid reason. And then the AEW TBS champion, we have Jade Cargill. Now, Ring of Honor is also part of AEW. We see their titles defended on AEW programming. Currently, there is not a TV deal for Ring of Honor, but I have seen some rumors that New Japan Strong is ending, that Ring of Honor and New Japan Strong will merge into their own TV show, which, okay, I'm all in. That'd be some good shit if that happens, but we'll see. But the Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli, the ROH Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta, the ROH Television Champion Samoa Joe, the ROH Women's Champion Athena, the ROH Tag Champions, the Briscoes, them boys, Mark and Jay Briscoes, 13-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and then the Ring of Honor World 6-Man titles go to the Embassy, Brian Cage, Bishop Khan, and Ty Leona. So when I do the best of matches for AEW in 2022, those will include Ring of Honor matches as well as AEW matches because they are under the same umbrella with Tony Khan. There was one match beginning of the year that was under the old umbrella for Ring of Honor, starting at Supercard of Honor at WrestleMania weekend. That was Tony Khan, so everything's been Tony Khan since. AEW obviously is Tony Khan. So top 25 matches, AEW Ring of Honor. Number 25, Rampage, May 27th. Episode 43, a non-title match, tag team match. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Yep, it was that good. We know the Young Bucks, we know the Lucha Brothers, we know the Elite, and we know Death Triangle, what they've done in the Best of 7 tournament that actually ends on Wednesday with match number 7. Them is 4.5 star here with the Young Bucks getting the victory. Number 24 comes from All Out, September 4th. Men's Casino Ladder Match. MJF, Claudio Castagnoli, Penta El Zero Miedo, Rey Fenix, Wheeler Yuta, Rush, Andrade El Idolo, and Dante Martin. MJF, once again, winning his diamond ring, and he's had that since the company has had that, actually. But MJF, your casino ladder match winner, 4.5 star. Next up, we have from All Out, we have Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson. Chris Jericho getting the victory there, 4.5. Goodness gracious, most of these matches. So we have Yeah, the vast majority of these matches are 4.5, and then we have 7 matches that are 4 3/4 or 5. So you're going to hear the word 4.5, 4.5 a lot. So number 22, Dynamite, episode 118, January 5th, AEW World Heavyweight Title, Adam Page defending his title against Bryan Danielson. Adam Page retaining. Yep, that was right, 4.5. Number 21 on the list, Dynamite, episode 141, June 15th, Road Rager, Will Ospreay versus Dax Harwood. Will Ospreay getting the victory, 4.5 star. Add it to Will Ospreay's epicness of 2022. Also from Dynamite 141, Road Rager, we had AEW World Tag Team titles on the line. In a ladder match, we had the Bucks of Youth, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, versus the Jurassic Express of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Those Bucks of Young, getting the victory there, becoming Tag Team Champions, 4.5 star match. Dynamite, June 29th, episode 143, Blood and Guts, the Blood and Guts match. We had the Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, teaming up with Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana, versus the Jericho Appreciation Society of Angelo Parker. Do I got all the names on here? There we go. Angelo Parker, Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Sammy Guevara. The Blackpool Combat Club winning Blood and Guts, 4.5 star match. From Fyter Fest, episode 145 of Dynamite, July 13th, that's day 1. We had the tag titles. We had in a triple threat match, Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Team Taz, Powerhouse Hobbs, Powerhouse, teaming up with Ricky Starks versus the Young Bucks. Swerve in Our Glory getting the victory there. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, 4.5. Episode 147 of Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen, on July 27th. Daniel Garcia versus Bryan Danielson. The past meets the future. Daniel Garcia getting the victory there. I gave it 4.5. Dynamite episode 151, July 17th. The Elite versus LIF, Andrade, El Idolo, Dragon Lee, and Rush. The Elite getting the victory there, 4.5. Episode 151, 1 week later. We had the United Empire. Yes, the United Empire. Crowns up. United Empire, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Ozzy Open, teaming up against Death Triangle, Pac, Penta, El Zero, Mieta, and Rey Fenix. United Empire winning, 4.5 star. 1 week later, we had the Elite versus the United Empire. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the United Empire, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis. The Elite getting the victory on this one, 4.5 star match. 1 week later, at Dynamite 153, we had Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page. Bryan Danielson getting the victory, 4.5 star. Number 12 on the list comes from November 9th, episode 162 of Dynamite. 2 out of 3 falls. Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara. Bryan Danielson getting the victory, 4.5 star. New Year's Smash, episode 169 of Dynamite. Number 6 in the Best of 7 series, Falls Count Anywhere, Death Triangle, and the Elite, 4.5. The Best of 7, I believe this was the first match of Best of 7, November 19th, Full Gear, Death Triangle versus the Elite. Death Triangle won. They used the hammer. That's when we began the Best of 7, or they used the hammer there. That's part of the Best of 7. And then they still used the hammer to win, 4.5 star. These trios matches all basically the same. Number 9 from Rampage, episode 36. We had Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. Mox getting the victory. Wheeler Yuta went from here in everybody's mind to here. 4.5 star match against John Moxley. Next up on episode 37 of Rampage, AEW World Title, Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby! He's been out with concussion. Hopefully he'll return soon. Adam Page getting the victory, 4.5 star. All Out was where the trios title began. We had the Elite versus the Dark Order. Alex Reynolds, John Silver, Adam Hangman Page, the Elite winning. 4 3/4 star match. We all know what happened after All Out. We're not going to get into that. The past is the past. Number 6 on the list comes from AEW Battle of the Belts 3 on August 6th. ROH World Heavyweight title on the line. Champion Claudio Castagnoli versus Kensuke Takeshita. Takeshita taking it to Claudio. Claudio still is able to pull out the retain on the title. 4 3/4 star match. This number 5 on the list is the last AEW match. The next 4 are all Ring of Honor, but you'll see why when I start talking about them. This one was AEW Dynamite episode 131, April 6th. The Ring of Honor tag titles and the AAA tag titles on the line. FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Howard, the AAA champions. The Young Bucks were Ring of Honor champions. FTR wins both belts at 4 3/4 star match. Number 4 on the list, July 23rd, Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. 2 out of 3 falls. FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood versus the Briscoes. J. Mark Briscoe, FTR retaining 4 3/4 star match. Number 3, Supercard of Honor, April 1st. The very first show that Tony Khan ran for Ring of Honor. The ROH World Heavyweight title line, champion Jonathan Gresham. This was actually a unification match. Bandito had the new Ring of Honor title that he won back at Final Battle 2021. He had COVID he won before Final Battle last year. Had COVID at Final Battle, couldn't perform. He was still champion. Jonathan Gresham had won the title in a room. He brought out the original Ring of Honor title, which is the one that Claudio has today. So it was title versus title, Jonathan Gresham versus Bandito. At the time, we were all like, okay, whoever signed is who's going to win. Jonathan Gresham won the title. I gave it 4 3/4 star. Jonathan Gresham ended up dropping the title. From what I understand, he had just a few matches with AEW, and he's in Impact Wrestling now. And he's been doing stuff on the Indies too. I think Battle of Los Angeles this year, PWG show, he had a match against his wife, Jordan Grace. I can't wait to see that when it comes out. The top 2 matches. The original match was Supercard of Honor, April 1st. FTR versus the Briscoes. FTR won the tag titles in a 5-star match. There was a couple of rematches in between, but the final came at Final Battle, Ring of Honor tag titles, in the double dog collar match, the Briscoes versus FTR. If you have not seen this, go watch it. It is one of the best matches. Definitely one of the top matches of 2022, if not of the decade so far. I gave it 5-star. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. The Briscoes winning. So Briscoes now your Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Alright, those were the best matches from AEW and Ring of Honor. Pretty cool. 25, 4.5 or higher matches. Obviously, the 6-man stuff has been a lot of that with the Elite, Pac, and everything. But those are the best matches of 2022 for AEW. As always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show. Make sure you stay tuned to the Rubber Sports Show. We're going to have the best of the showcase of the independents. A lot of guys in AEW do wrestle on the independent scene still. You can check out Prestige, West Coast Pro, House of Glory, GCW. What else is listed is on there? Warrior Wrestling. There's so many great independent companies out there. Definitely check out the best of under the showcase of the independents. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports show and content.